Well, good morning. How you guys doing? Uh, I was just kind of doing a little update here on my upcoming bariatric surgery. Um, right now, I'm about 9 days out. Is that right? No, I'm wrong. 5 days out from my binder class, which is the last class I have to take, and I'm 1 week out from getting to go see the surgeon's assistant for the last time prior to my surgery. So that's 7 days away. Um, and my surgery, I'm 17 days away from it. It's March 31st today, and my surgery is going to be on the 17th of April. So, anyway, just kind of letting you know how I'm doing, how I'm feeling. I'm super, super excited. Every day I get more excited to have this taken care of, to start living my new life. I just can't wait for the surgery. I can't wait for the recovery after surgery, even just a day or two, you know. Um, but I really can't wait for, you know, 2, 3 weeks down the line because at that point, probably actually right after surgery, as soon as I can, I'm going to start going to the gym, probably within a day or two of coming home. Now, I'm not going to be able to do any kind of lifting or anything because, like any kind of surgery, you're restricted with real low on weight that you can move or lift or whatever. But I mean, they want you to do walking and this and that. So, I can easily go there and hop on a treadmill or ride a bike. I suppose I could do that. I'll check that all out with the surgeon, make sure it's all great. But I just want to start that, and I want to start getting used to getting up, kind of having a schedule. Get up every day. Okay, it's time to go to the gym and do that. I want to really get that started because what I'm really looking forward to is when I am healed and I can start using the machines and different things. I don't know if I will get a trainer or not. I don't know. I think I can probably just do it pretty well on my own, but you never know. But I'm really looking forward to building myself as myself is shrinking. And I like to work out at Planet Fitness. It's a great place. It's super chill and people are great there. And they have every piece of equipment that you can think of. And they've got all kinds of great recovery things. They've got great massage. They got these awesome massage chairs. They've got these hydro massage tables. They have hydro massage lounges. They've got tanning beds if that's your thing. They have this. I can't think what they call it, but it's basically red light therapy, which I guess helps alleviate a lot of inflammation in your body. And it's basically a chamber that you stand in. It's kind of like a stand-up tanning bed. You're just in this little chamber, and this red light just works on you. It gets kind of warm in there, and it's funny, the floor vibrates, so it kind of shakes you and all this sort of stuff. Anyway, I'm just this isn't supposed to be a commercial for Planet Fitness, but it is a great place if you ever want to check it out. Anyway, that's what I'm really looking forward to. I'm so excited to see what some of the weight loss is going to be from month to month. Um, I've been doing a lot of research, I guess you could call it. Basically, watching YouTube videos. YouTube is just, as we all know, is an incredible resource for pretty much anything. And I've been watching a lot of videos. Some are put out by medical institutions. Some are put out by guys like me that are just wanting to tell their story and let other people kind of, have their experience, beforehand, so to speak. And a lot of these videos are just really get you excited. There's this one dude, his name's Matt Hoover, I do believe, and he was like a 350-pound guy like me. Well, about a 390-pound guy, but he was a big guy like me, and but he was younger, healthier. did more, had more activities, a wrestling coach, all this sort of stuff. Anyway, he finally decided I need to do this, because I'm married, I got kids, I want to be around for all that. So he does it, and he just keeps doing these almost day by day videos, and it comes from like a week later, and 2 weeks later, and 4 weeks later. But it's just amazing watching this dude how he changes, um, his body just it's just mind blowing, and it's really cool because he tells you, like I'm going to tell you, all the good, the bad, and the ugly of it, and he tells you about some of the emotional uh, issues that he's had with it, and some of the physical things, and this and that. But it's amazing to watch him in 9 months. In 9 months, he loses over 200 pounds, and it's mind blowing to see him from start to that point. In fact, he's to the point that, you know what, I want to stop losing weight. In fact, I kind of want to put a couple pounds back on, not much, but he's trying to figure out how do I slow this down so I don't just disappear. But anyway, he looks great. One thing is, a guy like me, got the fat face and this and that, and that I think it kind of helps push out the wrinkles and that type of thing. So when you get a thinner face, I think you start looking a little more, weathered, I guess is the way I'd put it. A little more Marlboro Manish or something, So this particular guy, that's kind of how he strikes me. But, what the heck, man? I'm almost 60 years old, so I'm gonna have some wrinkles. That's the way it goes. But anyway, it's neat. It's kind of fun educating yourself on what you can expect. I watch a lot of exercise videos. There's these exercise, like bariatric exercise videos, and so they're, it's designed for big people. So it's how you can exercise, but we're not training you to go out and run a marathon or anything. So we're just kind of getting you to move around a little bit. So it's, exercising using a chair and using a little step and this and that. It's really neat. And I've also been watching, from the medical standpoint, been watching some doctors' videos, and they're telling you some of the things and why there are some of the things, like you need to stop alcohol. Alcohol's a no-no after bariatric surgery. Carbonated beverages are a no-no. My doctor wants you to get away from caffeine, because caffeine can be irritating to a normal stomach, but to a surgically altered stomach, it can be, very, very problematic, and it can cause heartburn, it can cause this, that, and the other thing. Carbonated beverages, obviously, you just don't have the room for the expansion of the gases and this and that, and you take a big normal stomach and you can drink a diet soda or a regular soda, whatever your preference is, and man, you can feel full. Of course, you let off a couple big old burps and you're feeling a lot better. Well, if that doesn't come fast enough for you with this small, tiny stomach, then you're probably more into like projectile vomiting. So, no thanks. I can do without the ginger ales and stuff. I'll just drink Kool-Aid. And also, obviously they want you to drink sugar-free stuff. They don't want you bringing in a bunch of calories just in beverages. So, and that's fine, because I've been a diet beverage guy, I don't know, since I was a kid, basically. Back when they were super nasty, I thought they tasted pretty good, and now they actually do taste pretty good. But anyway, to me. So there's that. And the alcohol was very interesting. One of the reasons, there's a few reasons, but there's calories, there's same thing, carbonation, this and that. But one of the main reasons, probably the main reason, is that when you have gone through this bariatric surgery and you're in the process of losing weight, I didn't know it, but the weight loss, the fat processing goes through your liver, and your liver is processing that, getting rid of it. And So basically, your liver is just super busy. So if you drink a beer, you drink a glass of wine or whatever, um, basically the alcohol just kind of sits there and is processed just whenever the liver has a little bit of a break. It might go in there and grab a little bit and process it, and a little while later grab a little more and process it. But that alcohol is just there and it's in your system, and it raises your alcohol blood level, or blood alcohol level, however you say it, quite high. In fact, he says that one alcoholic beverage can put you well over the legal limits. So, you think everything's great or whatever, and boy, I used to be able to, drink 5 or 6 beers and, you know, make it home and be okay. But, not so much anymore. So anyway, and that's not a real big deal for me. I mean, I enjoy my occasional beer or whatever, but I can give that up. But it was just amazing to me that how that process worked or didn't work to getting rid of the alcohol. So you can create yourself a pretty bad problem with the alcohol. So anyway, that was one of the things. Another thing that I've been doing, along with watching the YouTube stories and this and that, is I've actually watched a few episodes of the My 600-Pound Life. I never was into that and this and that, but now that I'm going to do this, it's like, me and a friend kind of started watching it together at our own prospective places, and just kind of texting back and forth as to how the show's going. And it's entertaining, it's educational, it's kind of get you charged up. Fortunately, I'm not starting in as a huge deficit as these people are, but that show is pretty amazing. You see these, and I watch the ones with the guys, and you see how I've watched 3 of them. All 3 of them start out, and you can just tell they're so hopeless. They've been like they are for however long they've been that way, but they just feel like they have no hope. So even though they're going to start this journey, they never seem to get really fired up over it. None of the 3 do. The first guy that I watched, he starts out, he starts going through the program. You got to go clear to Houston to this doctor and see him. He tells you what you need to do, and he usually gives you a couple months. He puts you on a diet, which is super restrictive. It's 1,200 calorie, high protein, low carb diet, which is, they had that in a snack, beforehand, and that's your whole day's worth of calories. So it's going to take some serious altering to do that. And put you on a slight, exercise program. It's nothing crazy. I'm sure it's just trying to move around a little bit. And but anyway, these 3 stories, it was just kind of amazing. The first guy, he was pretty successful with his initial needing to lose weight, and then he sends you back to lose a little more. If you can lose that, then he'll okay you for the surgery. Well, he did that too. But then this guy just decides, I want to do this on my own. I don't want the surgery. I want to just keep dieting and this and that. I know I can do it. I need to prove it to myself. And it's just an excuse. It's an excuse. I don't want to change myself in case I want to go back to what I'm doing. In my eyes, that's what that was. So this guy, he never does it. Even though he seems at the point that he's super charged up and ready to roll. And you just know if he would get the surgery, he would be so successful. Well, he doesn't, and then immediately his weight loss stops. He doesn't necessarily go up in this show, but he stops right there. And I mean, this is a 717 or 15-pound guy, so I mean he needs to lose 500. So yeah, you've lost like 125, and that's great, but that's a drop in the bucket. So anyway, that was the first guy. The second guy, same thing. He was just never really excited. He got okayed for the surgery. He had the surgery, but you just knew that it's just not going to work out for him. He's going to be one of these guys that hasn't, maybe a year or 2, 3 down the road. He's got his belly all, stomach all stretched out, and he's just doing the same thing. Finally, the third guy, same thing. He's not a ball of fire to do it. He just kind of knows he needs to do it if he wants to live, because obviously, when you're that big, hey, you could die at any moment from that. And so anyway, he goes through the program. He does pretty decent, hitting his weight that he's supposed to hit. Though the doctor sets him a really really low bar, and he hits him, but the doctor's still like, well, if you were really doing this diet the way you're supposed to, you'd probably lose 3 times as much. So you need to work a little harder at that. So he goes back, loses the weight. Anyway, he gets okayed for the surgery, has the surgery. 10 months later, the guy's down 218 pounds. He's working. He's able to drive himself. And you just know he's going to be successful because he has that drive. So anyway, these shows have just been really kind of inspirational to me. And like I said, I'm 17 days out, and I just can't wait. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to give you an update. Maybe I'll get one in beforehand. I probably will. I'll let you know what it's like after my doctor's appointment. Because the week prior to surgery, you have to go on just a total liquid diet. And for me, that's going to be, I think, in my mind, is going to be the hardest part of this, is that week before the surgery that you're just on liquids. Because I don't have that little tiny stomach working in my favor for me. I still have my big, giant, hungry stomach. But I think after a day or two of doing that, I'll probably, okay, this is the way it's going to have to be, so okay, I'm good with it. I might be a little bit hangry, like they say, until then, but I think I'll be fine. But the reason that they do that is kind of interesting too. They want you to, it'll shrink your liver. Kind of gets the liver smaller, so they have more room to see and operate inside you. So anyway, that's why they do that. And so anyway, I'll probably give you a little update how I'm doing on my liquid diet, and after I've seen the surgeon, and maybe a few days out from my surgery. So anyway, until then, I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.